What is going on, guys? Taliesin here, and today I've got a tips and tricks video on the game mode in Call of Duty Ghost Extinction. So, basically this is going to be like an outline of just my tips and tricks of my experience, and kind of just trying to help you guys maybe to level up faster or even just to survive throughout the whole thing and get those achievements and yeah, just beat Extinction. I'm going to start off with 5 helpful, really helpful tips that are really easy to remember, and then I'm just going to go into the class setup and kind of go into a bit of depth about that and kind of what it means and like different levels of what to get. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so right off the bat, as you can see, I've prestige once, I'm level 4. I know that's maybe not the highest level, but I have gained a bit of experience, and I was looking forward to getting this video out, because when I first actually played Extinction, I did not enjoy it. Yeah, I was just, like, it was disappointing. I was really into zombies, and I was like, oh, Extinction, that's kind of crap. But then I played it, as I played it more, I really actually enjoy it now, and I'm starting to play it more than matchmaking, which is pretty crazy because I do really like the Call of Duty matchmaking. Okay, so basically I'm going to start off with D.E.L.T.A. This is one thing that you guys really need to remember if you want to do well in Extinction. What D.E.L.T.A. means is that it's an acronym. Basically, D.E.L.T.A. all have different meanings of just my 5 different tips that are really easy to remember because of D.E.L.T.A. Okay, so my first tip is to designate roles. So, this means before you play the game, each person needs to choose what they're going to upgrade through skill points. So, one person chooses explosive ammo or armor piercing ammo, the next person chooses armor, next person chooses the team upgrade, and stuff like that. Every person needs to have designated roles so that it doesn't get mixed up, because if 2 people are leveling up 2 different types of ammo, then it's pointless because one is not going to be able to stack on the other. Because if you guys don't know, 2 types of special ammo cannot stack, but 1 type of special ammo and normal ammo can stack. So if 2 people have 2 different types of ammo that they're upgrading, then it's pointless to the whole team because they're not going to stack, and it's just a waste of those used points that could have been used on something else. So that's my first tip, is designate roles to each person. Next up, we have E, obviously in D.E.L.T.A, and this is earn skill points and complete challenges as much as you can. Skill points mean everything in this game. Like, every single challenge that you do earns you an extra skill point. If you don't complete that challenge, that's an extra skill point that you don't get, which means you can't level up and increase your upgrades as much as they could have been. Therefore, it's going to be harder to survive those later rounds. That may be the reason why you might not be surviving and actually making it back to the helicopter after arming the nuke. Okay, so yeah, earn skill points as much as you can, complete those challenges every time that you do a hive. Obviously, if you've got your upgraded weapon, it's got like 3 attachments on it, and if there's a challenge maybe to kill with assault rifles, then ask someone else to do it. Like, don't swap it out because you can't just pick up that weapon again. So ask someone else to pick up the assault rifle, and then just run around, lure the aliens to them, and then that will hopefully allow you to get that challenge. Another tip I have for another challenge is the one where it's keeping your accuracy up. So basically what you want to do with this one is, at the very beginning, you want to make sure that your team doesn't shoot. Have 1 person with a good shot to shoot once. Shoot 1 alien and hit it. Get a hit marker, and then from that point on, you'll have 100% accuracy, and then you just want a knife. And that's how you get that challenge. Simple. And at the very beginning, there's 1 or 2 challenges that can come up. One of them is not to take any damage. If it's this one, then you just want to move as far away from the drill as you can, right back, and that way you've got loads of time to actually see the aliens coming, and you can shoot them and take them out. So that's that's like a really helpful tip. And then the second one is not to shoot. Obviously, you just knife them because it's first round. It's really simple. Goes by fast. Okay, so earn skill points and complete challenges. L in D.E.L.T.A. In the later rounds, you just want to spray and pray, especially with explosive rounds, because basically you can shoot with explosive rounds and you almost always get a hit marker. I'm not saying to spin around in circles and just fire a gun aimlessly. I'm just saying to hold down that trigger as much as you can, because at the later rounds, it's easier to earn money, so the person who's designated to ammo can just be chucking out ammo over and over and over again once you guys have sprayed out your ammo. And that's that. Okay, so the L and Delta, later rounds, spray and pray. T is to talk. So you need to talk as much as you can to your teammates. So you want to always have a mic in, because if you don't have a mic, if you don't have your mic plugged in, then there's no communication, and you can't say, oh, I need ammo, oh, I need armor, whatever. You know, it's so much easier to survive when you talk. You need to talk with your teammates. So that is T. Very simple, and I'm playing on Xbox One. I can't stand it when people don't have mics in, because the console just came out, it came with a mic, so everyone's got to have a mic. I don't see why they don't just put it in. So keep that in mind, guys. The A is for, as much as you can, you want to search and tell your allies what you found. So, as you guys should know by now, around the map you can find things to search, and then it'll either give you grips or sights or rapid fire or ammo clips, or, you know, stuff like that. And they are really helpful, especially if you're trying to get, say, a gun that you use in multiplayer to use in Extinction with the same attachments, because that would really benefit you, because you know how the gun feels. So yeah, just search as much as you can, always search as much as you can, and that's what the A stands for. So that is my 5 main tips, which obviously spell out Delta, so it's very easy to remember. Teach your mates that, teach your party that, your clan, whatever, if you want to get as far as possible in Extinction. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the class setup and kind of just give you guys an outline of, or the loadout rather, give you guys an outline of what I use and what I did use as I was leveling up. Okay, so here we go. First off, my class at the moment, I use Medic, and I see a lot of people using Weapon Specialist. Now, basically any one of these are really helpful. It would be good if, say, each person on your team has a different ability that they're accustomed to, that they're good at. I use Medic because, I mean, I help people up, and I like moving faster and longer sprinting. It's just stuff like that. Also, the ignoring ongoing damage from gas clouds from scorpions is really helpful. But yeah, so a lot of people use Weapon Specialist simply because of the faster reloading. And if you're using it for this reason, you really shouldn't be. You should use one of these 3, because I also use Team Support, which only costs 700 points, and basically it increases your hand speed, so you reload faster anyway. So if you have a team member who has Team Booster, then you're pretty much set, and you don't have to use Weapon Specialist for that faster reloading. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm trying to say is that basically any of these classes are good in their own way. If you're accustomed to one, then choose that one, obviously. Kind of experiment around to see which one you like best, and then maybe try and get a team with 4 separate ones, just so you're not all doing the same thing. Okay, next up I have some pistol tips. Okay, so from the beginning you have the P226 pistol. That's what you spawn with, and it's quite good. It's semi-automatic, and it's got large clip, as you can see from the description. And yeah, so just use that, level it up, do whatever. I wouldn't really recommend the hip fire, the +4 one, because it just wastes 3 skill points, and it doesn't really make too much of a difference in my opinion. Anyway, once you've leveled up to Magnum, I would recommend not upgrading and going to the Magnum, just because it doesn't have a fast fire rate. It's like boom, 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 rather than boom, 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 boom. I probably sound like an idiot like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, oh, yeah. Here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like. But yeah, I'm just trying to explain it. It doesn't have a fast fire rate, so it's not really going to help you in emergency situations. It does have high damage though, but I mean, that fire rate is a big effect. So yeah. Moving on, once you level up to have the M9A1 pistol, high enough to have that, you can upgrade to this. You kind of have a choice between the P226. This is a 3-round burst, as you can see. But yeah, so just see which one you like and choose between them. It's not really that big a deal in my opinion. But then when you do get up to the level where you can have the MP443, definitely upgrade to this pistol, because it has a good clip size. You can increase your clip size. You can increase the damage at longer range. It's fully automatic. it says close range. That's bullcrap. You can use this thing at long range and you will like, it just works like a charm. It's so accurate, it's crazy. This pistol is just the best for Extinction, and once you get up to the level which you can use it, I would definitely recommend, no, I command you guys to use this pistol, because it's really gonna help you out, especially if you're out of ammo and you know you're running low on ammo, you need to swap to your pistol right. It's really gonna help you out. It's just a really good all around gun for Extinction. Okay, so moving on, next up we have ammo type. Okay, so as I said before, two special ammos can't stack, but a special ammo and normal ammo can. I would recommend having either explosive ammo or armor piercing ammo, and I know that some of you guys may not be a high enough level to put these on, but chances are that when you find a match, there's going to be someone who is a high enough level, so just ask them to designate them to be the ammo people. Okay, but if you're not the ammo person, I would definitely recommend just putting it on normal ammo, because of course it can stack. So say you're running low on ammo, rather than throwing out an incendiary ammo for the team, which is just going to get overtaken 2 seconds later because someone's going to throw out the actual ammo that they've been leveling up, put it on normal ammo, so that way not only does it increase more, it also can stack over the specialist ammo. So you use your special ammo and then you swaps to your normal ammo. So that's just my tips for ammo. Obviously armor piercing ammo has better, it just basically increases the damage, and also it really increases the damage on rhinos, and that becomes really helpful in the later rounds. So yeah, that's why I've got it on there, because I've been the ammo person basically the whole time. If I'm not ammo, then I'm team booster, which is actually the next category. So moving on to your team support, basically these three, Feral Instincts, armor, and team booster, are really important, just because some people, like I say before, some people don't use weapon specialists, so they want to be able to reload faster. This one, team booster, only costs 700 points or coins or whatever you want to call it. It only costs 700, so yeah, and it levels up quite fast, up to a minute of faster reloading and faster drill repair. So that's just really helpful to have. Armor, obviously, this is a lifesaver. I can't tell you how many times I've been almost dead and then I just chuck on some armor, and it's basically doubles your health. Like that's how good armor is, and you definitely need someone with that can get up to +4 protection for the team. And then Feral Instincts becomes really handy in the later rounds, when you're kind of like, you get blinded because there's so much mayhem going on, so you can actually see them, and also it makes you move faster while you're boosted, and like once you're on the nuke, you need to run back, so obviously Feral Instinct is going to really help you get back faster than the aliens. So yeah, those three are really important. The team explosives isn't really important. I don't see the point in having it. And also random supplies. Yes, you can get all three, but then also you can chuck it down and you never really know what you're going to get. So it's unpredictable, and I do not like it simply because of that. Moving on to strike package. First off, the IMS is extremely helpful. Simply because if you're having trouble in a battle, you just chuck down the IMS. It'll go up and go off in any direction, any which way. And especially if you level up, it's really helpful piece of equipment to have. I stayed on IMS up until the point where I could actually have an automated sentry gun, which I think is level 22, and then I swapped to that because I was a bit better by that stage, and I was placing turrets where I knew that they needed to be. And basically when it's level 4 you can place 2 turrets, and that's really helpful. It's basically having 2 extra people on your team. But I did upgrade to the Vulture once I was high enough, and I mean, I'd go with either, in my opinion, I'd go with either Sentry Gun or the Vulture, just because they both really help you out. The Vulture follows you around, so obviously that's going to be a huge advantage, whereas Sentry Guns you can place 2, so that's a really big advantage as well. And then last but not least, I mean, I could go over Relics, but I probably will. Okay, last second to last but not least, we have the Equalizer package. So I started off with the portable minigun, as everyone does. It's not that great, and then I upgraded to the man-type with 6 grenades. The riot shield I never used just because it looks like it's going to be crap. You'd have to get right up and close to aliens to actually hit them, so it's a bit silly to me. Then the launcher I did use once and I did not like it. It wasn't great, but I've just got the death machine on. I mean, this Equalizer really doesn't matter to me because I don't upgrade it. Like, I focus on everything else just because I feel like everything else helps you more than this Equalizer package. Like, because with the minigun, you know, you're restricted to your sight. You can't turn all the way around. So yeah, the death machine is kind of the best thing for that once you're at that level. But just really don't worry about your Equalizer package, guys, because it's not really that helpful, in my opinion. Okay, so just wanted to point out, once you actually do Prestige, you get this option to have Relics on, which helps you unlock backgrounds, and there may even be a secret achievement there. But yeah, you can turn them on. Basically, you can choose one at a time. So if you have a team of 4, whatever, you can have 4 relics on. They basically just make the game a little bit harder for your pleasure, I guess. Like, if you're finding it too easy, just go and chuck a relic on, whichever one you want to choose. Go on with another relic with some of his prestige, and then yeah, it will just make the game a little bit harder. And that is pretty much that. So they're kind of like the skulls from Halo. Okay, so that is pretty much it, guys. I know it's been kind of a long episode, but I wanted to get all my tips out to you guys. Just go based off these tips when you're first starting, but do experiment with your loadout and kind of see what class you like, what ammo you like, or a strike package you like best. Just stuff like that. Kind of experiment and see what class fits you best, but do base it on these tips. And I always cannot stress you enough to remember D.E.L.T.A. So designate, earn skill points, later round spray and pray, as much as you can search, and talk. Always talk, always use the mic. Yeah, so that is pretty much that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's been pretty long, but hey, I'm just trying to help out. So yeah, go and enjoy Extinction. I'm sure there will be DLC maps, which I'm really psyched about, so I think I'm going to play some now. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.